I love hummingbirds, but do they love me? We're about to find out. Chaos in the garden. All right, chaotics. It's the end of a long day. It's like 6:30 and it's August, the middle of August here in Kentucky. We're in zone 6B here. And I've got to tell you, one thing about gardening and one thing about this farm and one thing about life in general that I love, hummingbirds, okay? And then lately, like in the last month, they've been coming in and hitting my hummingbird feeder, and I'm fascinated by it. And they're so beautiful and they're so cute, but I've always been curious, like, what's the deal with them? It turns out that they're just cruising through. They migrate up from Mexico and Central America where they spend the winter, and then they come up here and they're just feasting on plants and drinking the nectar and sugar. Their little hearts beat like 1,200 beats a minute, and they flap their wings like 15 times per second. So they're always searching for sugar to keep the energy going. And I sit in a chair and look out of my window and I see these hummingbirds, and they're like dolphins. They come up and they look at me, and it's like we have these conversations. Every store, every big box store, every garden store, every bird store, whatever, you can buy hummingbird nectar. Mostly sugar. 3 parts water, 1 part concentrate, and you come up with a red nectar that they freaking love. And they stick their little beaks inside the hummingbird feeders, just like they do when they hit my hibiscus, and they're in my canna lilies, and they're in all of my little plants, and they're sticking their beaks in and their tongues in, and they're slurping out all the nectar. I don't want to just have them come to my feeder, and I don't want to stand back and watch them. What I want them to do is drink out of my hand. So I bought this yesterday. It's a ring. Pop off the flower. Take a little dropper. Drop a little bit in. Stick this back on. Is there any chance in hell I'm gonna get a hummingbird to come stick his nose in there and drink it on camera? Let's find out. We're gonna need a chair, bottle of wine. I prefer a Cote de Rhone. That's the mood I'm in. Bottle opener, wine glass. Let's go get a hummingbird. All right, now we wait.
Two hours later.
Oh my God, we were so close. Did you see the size of that hummingbird? I mean, I drew him right in. He was like a foot away from my little ring, and it was chirping and making sounds the whole time. I love hummingbirds, and I'm gonna work on that ring thing. I'm gonna stay out here every night for an hour with me vino, and I'm gonna bring them in, I'm gonna condition them, and I want them to be comfortable around our cats, our dogs, because we're never gonna hurt them. But I love hummingbirds and I love y'all. Chaos in the garden.